The Denver Broncos, they are looking solid. I gotta say, this is a team that has caught my attention as of late. They're coming off a nice win over the Raiders at home, snapping that losing streak they had against them. They beat the Jets, obviously, a few weeks back. And just like that, the Broncos, they've won 3 games in a row, going back to that big win they had over the Buccaneers on September 22nd. So the Broncos, they're 3-2, and I feel like nobody's really talking about this team. The way that they're handling their business, they're getting wins. Bo Nix now doing his thing as the rookie QB, looking more and more comfortable. So in this one, I thought I would talk about the Denver Broncos and what has stood out to me so far from them. Do me so, everybody. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Broncos and NFL content just like this. So, Pat Surtain, I mean, I got to talk about him. He's looked very, very good. He's looking like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. I mean, he had a game altering a 100-yard pick six against the Raiders on Sunday to really help turn that game around and grab momentum. And then he grabbed the second interception. As Surtain, he's been playing really, really well. And right now, guys, I got him as an early contender to win that Defensive Player of the Year award. You look at Riley Moss, I mean, he's looking solid as well as Surtain gets the spotlight. But Moss, I mean, he has been great this season. He's a first-year starter, and he's really held his own in coverage, and he's excelling in coverage. He had his first career interception against the Raiders in Week 5. You know, you look at the offensive side of the ball, Javonte Williams, he struggled in the Broncos' first 3 games, but he's been solid over the last 2 weeks, resulting in wins. He rushed for 77 yards last week, and then Williams led the Broncos in carries with 13 and rushed for 61, had 5 receptions, 50 receiving yards in Sunday's win, and he's really looking like a key part of this offense. So I really like the play of him. And then Bo Nix, I mean, like I said, it's going to take him time to get more and more comfortable as the season goes on, but he did have 2 touchdowns. He was 19-17, threw for 206 yards, and he had the sideline outburst there that caught a lot of attention. He failed to connect with Troy Franklin on a deep pass in the third quarter, and then Nix was caught on camera in a heated exchange with Sean Payton on the sideline. It kind of went viral, as then the Broncos scored 2 more touchdowns after that incident. And Payton, he didn't seem bothered by it, by saying, you know, he works his tail off and I'm that way too. So it seems like everything's good between Nix and Sean Payton, and I like that. I mean, it just shows that both guys are fiery competitors and they want to win. It's been a long time since the Broncos have had a successful season. So the fact that these guys are in these games, winning games, I think is just positive blood. It's competitive blood, and you want to see that because it shows me that this team cares and they're really taking winning seriously this season. And I mean, you look at the Broncos, guys, they may in fact just be for real. You look at what the Broncos have done. I mean, they have now beaten 2 teams this season that are combined 6-4, and the Broncos, they've won 3 straight games. And don't look now, but this team could be a sneaky good one, and it's going to put them in a position to get a playoff spot. I know it's still really early to talk about playoffs, but hey, man, if they keep winning these games, they're going to be in that playoff hunt. And you look at the Broncos, they're 3-2. That defense is looking very impressive. Bo Nix is getting better. He's trending upwards. And Denver, this looks like a legitimate team in the AFC. Obviously, the Chiefs looks like they're going to win the division, but when you start looking at playoff spots, wild card spots, if the Broncos continue this type of trajectory, they could very well be a team that's battling for a playoff spot as we get far into the season. But so far, so good. And you look at the Broncos, their defense, special teams have improved greatly under Payton. I know he was heavily scrutinized when he came in because, you know, Denver obviously didn't make the playoffs. But you look at the success that they had. Denver went from 5-11 to 8-9 in Sean Payton's first year with the team. So you knew that it was going to get better. You knew that the leaps were going to happen. And, you know, that's why the Broncos tore this team down in the offseason. They got rid of Russell Wilson. They ate the $85 million in dead cap. And really, they had to make that difficult decision to put this team in the position that they're in now. And they also had to cut veteran leaders like Justin Simmons and Tim Patrick. But you look at what the Broncos and Sean Payton are building, it's something special right now. Because right now, the Broncos, they're second best in scoring defense at 14.6 points per game, third in yards allowed, third in red zone scoring at 33.3%, and first and fourth down conversion as 0.0%. So they've been clicking defensively. Their 19 sacks are third best in the NFL, and they have 8 takeaways already. So Vance Joseph doing a very, very great job on that side of the ball. His defense kept Denver in the loss that they had, and it's looked very dominant, especially during this 3-game winning streak. So you look at just the special teams, the defense, everything's been elevated. And the Denver Broncos, this is a team that they're starting to trend upwards. And, you know, you look at Will Lutz, he's been near automatic on field goals. He's made 12 of 13 this year so far, and 8 and 8 on extra points. So look, when you talk about playoff teams, competitive teams, you got to do all those little things right. And right now, the Broncos are clicking in all 3 phases of the game. And you look at the offense, still, they have a lot of work to do. But, you know, this can be an offense that turns things around. As you look at Peyton, he's one of the best offensive coaches in the NFL, and he's working to push this group. And obviously, you got a rookie quarterback. It's going to take some time, but the defense is there. So if the offense can really start hitting its stride, this is going to be a scary Broncos team. And we know that Peyton, he's a winner, and, you know, coming on over, a lot of Broncos fans felt good about it because they know he's got a track record of his winning success, winning foundation. And right now, it looks like the Broncos, they are building a winner, and they are building a team that could very well be set up for playoff success in the near future. So Sean Payton, he's been doing a great job, not to mention he's helped the Broncos be streak breakers. This is unbelievable. But Sean Payton has, you know, helped the Denver Broncos end a couple of long losing streaks against some AFC West rivals. When he came to the Mile High City 2 years ago, the Broncos had lost 16 straight to the Chiefs and 8 straight to the Raiders, and now both streaks have ended. And the most recent one, obviously, on Sunday when the Broncos beat the Raiders. So the Denver Broncos, they are improving very, very much. They are getting better incrementally, and this is a team that looks like they can make some serious noise with the way they're developing and clicking. So, guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you believe in this Broncos team? Do you think this could be a potential playoff team? Obviously, it's still really early in the season, but they've done a good job. In these last 3 weeks, you see they're starting to really figure it out. And even in the losses they had, I mean, they could have very well won those games. They lost by 6 against the Seahawks, and they lost by a touchdown against the Steelers. So the Broncos right now, there's a world where they could be perfect, but, you know, 3-2, I'm pretty sure if you told a Broncos fan that would be their record after 5 games, they would have taken that. So, guys, let me know your thoughts. Drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. That's it for me. It's Luke signing off. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you all again in the next one.